Okay, this is second part, part one of becoming a healer pro and positioning. Okay, so, Sono, did you watch the full video of the first one?
No, I I couldn't because we were doing stuff.
Okay, so I'll just recap from where I left off, that way I can get more in depth with it. Um, alright, so where I left off was, this would be my, debuff troll and, my recharge troll. This would be my troll that get pot troll and pickup troll, as well as this troll as well picks up as well. This would be the tank, and then the DPS, of course. Okay, now let's start off this way. Alright, so in the last video, guys, you saw me standing right here. This is where I said this is best positioning, just standing. Let's go ahead and re-explain that again. Alright, so Sono, say hi. This is for the league.
Hello.
Hi, this is Sono. Anyways, so let's get in positioning and um, so you guys can be better solo heal and solo with other people. This is for more solo healing and also works very well with duo heals. Either way it works. So let's start out. Alright, so Sono, this is my tank right here. This big lump of green.
User joined your channel.
This is my recharge troll. And then this is my pot troll, and this is the DPS. Whoever just joined the channel, doing a video with Sono and teaching Sono how to do something, would mind privacy. Um, okay. So,
User left your channel.
starting out, Sono. Okay. Now, Sono, I'm going to quiz you. Where should I stand? If this is my tank, this is my debuffing troll, because he's got to be within range. This is the power over time troll, and this is the DPS. I'm solely healing. Ads are going to be coming from here, where this pole is, and ads will be coming from, say, that's why I put those there. Okay, here and here.
Well, I would think right here where I'm standing would be
And
supposed to be
why do you say that?
because you want to be out of range of the ads.
Okay, you're right, but you're missing a lot of aspects. This is where I'll teach you. Alright, so the recharge troll is gonna pop a shield every time the ads come. So when the new ads come and say this is the boss, right? Say this is the boss. The tank's right here, right? He's tanking the boss. Say he's a little bit closer, right? Say they're neck and neck together. This is the recharging troll. So this troll will focus power to the power over time troll, as well as debuff the boss and stun the ads if they get loose. So in his position, when the ads have to go through his line of sight to get to you, and he's gonna stun them. So it's his job to protect you. All right, you're gonna be right here. So it's his job when they're coming towards you to protect you. So when Tronzix with me, he knows I fix myself in position between that spot, so that way they come through the middle. Now, before the ads get me, Sono, say they're coming through this way. The tank's still busy with the boss. He didn't see the ads. The troll didn't get the ads. All right, and then this troll's got it. This troll's also gonna have a stun. What's gonna happen is the DPS over here are gonna attract more attention from the ads than I would. So all I have to do is move back a few more steps behind this troll. So I want to be next to this troll. So I want to move behind the troll and out of line of sight from the ads. So the ads are going to be more drawn to him, to all these DPS. So this is a group of DPS, and this is the power over time troll. So I have two barriers. Okay, this is where fixed positioning stands. There's no such thing as a fixed position for a solo healer. Alright, now, so this is my best way, because you're gonna have three focal points of the ads and boss that we'll focus on. Okay, you'll have the recharge troll, the tank, and the DPS, he should not be attracting attention. Neither should I. So I'll be doing weapon mastery, right? With weapon mastery. So I gotta switch roles. All right. So I'll be doing. All right. As soon as it pops up, I'll be doing weapon mastery, just like that, to keep to basically the power cost to reduce the power cost of my powers.
Right.
Yeah, the whole time. So you'll be attracting that small attention, but there's no way that the ads should be immediately drawn to you. Alright, so like for when I'm doing BDE, UME, solo healing that, I'll make sure I'm in a fixed position where all those brothers um, will be focused on at least 3 focal points. So my position depends on 3 focal points. It depends on the recharge troll, which should be over here, the tank, and the DPS. So I will be diagonal from them at all times, either next to the power over time troll or by myself. Now, a lot of people get pissed at this in groups and pugs because they don't know what they're talking about, Sono. Alright? Because what happens is they're saying, oh, you're by yourself, get with the group. I'll say no and say, go fuck yourself or find another healer. Basically in a nicer way, though. And everybody everybody who I run with for pugs that I solo heal for are basically friends, so they already know how I play. I don't have to tell them that. They let me
Yeah.
they let me position myself where I want to be. Um, so they already know that that not many people can solo heal a lot of stuff. This is why. All right, so you got to focus on 3 focal points. All right. So your focal points. Now let's change it up. I'm gonna change
User
it.
joined your channel.
Can I get some privacy here, please, with Sono?
I just had a quick question.
Okay.
With the Nightstone thing, how are you getting down to 0 CR if you're having the weapon equipped?
You shouldn't be 0 CR. I mean, you should have the weapon though, like lower weapon. Yeah.
Alright, that was it. Thanks.
User left your channel.
All right. Now, Sono, I'm gonna switch it up. All right. So this is gonna be the tank. This will be the DPS. Tank, DPS, recharge troll, and power over time troll. Where will you stand? And this would be the boss. Where would you choose to stand?
I think right here.
All right. All right. So why do you think that? And after the information I just gave you, think about your focal points. If you don't know the answer, Sono, that's okay.
Alright, you said this was the tank,
Yep.
and this was,
DPS.
and then the 2 trolls.
Yep. The power over time troll and recharge troll right here.
Oh,
Recharge.
right here. I would stand here then.
Okay. What focal points are you? What reasoning are you using from the focal points to say that? After.
Well, if the boss and ads are here, if they get past the tank and the DPS, the 2 trolls will stun them before they get to me.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell you here's where you're wrong. All right. So the ads and boss are here, right?
Uh-huh.
You have your focal point here, your focal point here, and your 2 more focal points. So there's 4 focal points in total this time. Okay? Now, so say the boss comes through, the tank dies. The first thing the boss is gonna do is go for the DPS, because they're right next to the damn boss. They're the closest, so they're gonna go for the DPS. Next, they're gonna come for this troll over here. Where they're not gonna go is over here, where I'm standing. This would be your positioning. All right. Now this is how I'm explaining it. So the tank was right here. The boss and the boss and ads were here. All right. The first thing the first thing they're gonna do as soon as the tank dies is go over here. These 2 trolls will focus in. See how I'm opposite of where the next person dies, is what I'm saying. So
Mm-hmm.
the tank died here. They're not gonna go for me because I'm one guy by myself. You know, there's like a 80%, 85% chance they're not gonna go right here. Over here, they have a huge bigger chance of going right over here after, you know, right here is basically since the DPS are so close, Sono, they're gonna draw attention immediately. All right. All I gotta do as soon as the tank guys, I'll be behind this troll. As soon as the boss and ads are focused on these guys, I'll move back to my position. Next, they're gonna go for the next closest guy right here. By the time, by the time they go for this guy, this troll's gonna actually head over here and pick up the tank because the boss and ads are most likely going to be focused on the DPS standing over here. This troll will have a chance to stun the ads while they're heading over here. This would be the recharge troll, but since he's a recharge troll, he'll be picking up in this situation instead of not picking up. Usually a power over time troll would be picking up most likely. But since he's over here, he's gonna come over here, Sono, where I'm jumping, and pick up the tank. As he's doing that, I have my focal point by myself. So I'm now a bare focal point. But I'm not a bare focal point for long. When you're standing over here, Sono, you're making the fifth focal point from the very beginning where they're gonna go.
Okay.
So you have a guard right here. And the recharge troll, since he's a recharge troll, he's gonna have a shield. So if I go down, he'll be able to pick me up quick. The first person he'd go for will be the tank, of course, but if they focus on me first, he'll go for the tank. This guy will switch positions, run over to me, pick me up, and then as they're doing that, the tank will grab aggro, and they'll both go to pick up at the same time over here. So this is the safest focal point. You starting to understand my reasoning?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now I'm gonna switch it up again. This one's going to be a little difficult. Alright. So for SM, this is where it really comes in handy. Come over here, Sono. The boss is here. DPS are right here. And right here. Tank would be imaginary, just imaginary. He's standing right here next to the tank, right? There's no thing. And then there's a troll here and here. Recharge and then power over time over here. Where's my position in this whole group? Now you gotta understand he can go for anywhere. But you have two DPS, couple DPS over here, couple DPS over here, troll, and then troll, tank in the middle with the boss. Now remember my reasoning and how I use it. Or would you choose, Sono? Take all the time you need to talk, to think. Not talk, but think. And Neutron, this is for you, by the way. And a couple other league members in the group. It's not just you, bud.
I don't know, Triple.
That's fine. That's totally fine. Alright. So, let me explain this. Focal point. Alright. So, a huge focal point in the middle. Two separate focal points right here. So,
Right.
since it's an open field right here, focal point, and focal point. So DPS are going to draw attention from this side and this side, and the tank's going to have attention. Alright, this instance the tank will go down and not go down. This works for either. Then you have the troll over here and the troll over here. I want to be since I said this was a recharge troll. No, I think this was a. Oh, yeah, so just make this the recharge troll, and then this one the power over time troll. All right. So in this instance, instead of by the recharge troll this time, I want to be on this side behind the power over time troll, because all he's got to do, he'll be throwing debuffs, and then something like SM, they're both gonna have shields, and something like Elite Raid, they're both gonna have shields, of course. You know, unless they're two different, unless they're a troll power that doesn't have a shield, they're gonna have some kind of immunity where they can pick up. All right, or gonna have some kind of emergency action. Now, I want to be by the one that's given power over time. All right, so I'm gonna be right here. The reason I'm saying this, Sono, the reason I'm saying this is because the first thing they'll do is go over here, over here. They'll attack. I have a safe point here where I can solo heal. And then my other healer, if I was dual healing, I'd be right here. I'd make the other healer go right here because I just don't have the trust, trust. But if I wanted to trust, say I have a trusted healer, I'd be right here, and I'd have the other healer instead of by the recharge troll, I'd have him behind over here in the back because he'll know when the boss and ads are heading this way, he'll know to fly the hell over here and get over here as fast as he can to get out of the way. So he'll reposition himself or herself, either way. They'll reposition themselves over here, so they'll be behind the DPS at this point. The reason they're not by the troll is because you got to cover two different areas. So if you're dual healing, the trolls are gonna be, one's gonna be for the tank, one's gonna be for one healer, and as a healer you need to be for SM you need to be the healer that also picks up. All right, so he'll be over here and pick up whatever one. So you'll wait till they lose attention. You'll wait till the tank gets its attention again. You'll go back, pick up, and also other DPS will go over here and pick up. Now if they go as a group, when they're heading over by a group, go ahead and throw a supply to divert their action. The first thing they're gonna do is go for supply, and they'll give the boss time to kill whoever they needs to kill, and the tank to grab back, get attention, because they're gonna be like, oh shit, they died. I'm gonna grab that supply drop, because they're like, ooh, goodies. It's like chocolate bar to them, you know. So this is where, as a healer, you need to reposition your group, without them knowing it actually. So you're making them think that they're going for it out of their own decision, but you're actually making them do it. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I was talking about in UM Elite. So as this healer, you'll be repositioning, and I'll be repositioning as well as the trolls. Okay? DPS can reposition other DPS as well. But the person that you most likely have to reposition is the DPS, because that's basically they're going for the max burn. They're always checking that damn scoreboard. They're like, oh, I gotta get this. So the first thing they're gonna do, oh, supply extra damage. While I go pick this guy up on time while they're going over there, I'll just pick it up. So you'll save half the group sometimes just by throwing a supply drop. So half of these DPS won't even go. They'll just like, oh, someone else can go get it, go pick these guys up while I'm doing this. And then you'll be going as soon as you throw that supply drop. You know, as a healer, you usually have a shield. For SM, they mostly healers with shields or something, or with immunity or something. So, you know, you'll throw like a damage dampener or something. You know, so you'll have that on you, especially in SM. You'll have a damage dampener. So you go and pick them up, throw that, pick them up, run away. You rather die yourself than have the whole group die. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Alright. And then my job over here, since I explained that healer's job, say I'm over here. I see the troll slowly inching up because he's wondering why his debuff's not going. As soon as he's going up, I'm moving. I'm actually gonna move behind these DPS. Because as soon as they go down, as soon as that troll goes down, that ad that got away will be focused on those DPS, because the DPS will run for that troll. And as soon as I go, I'll throw, instead of you throwing a supply drop, I'll throw one over here, or I'll throw something to divert their action. I'll do something to divert their action. You know, I'll stop healing them. I'll stop healing them until their health is low and they're scared I'm not going to heal them. You know, I'll play with them a little bit. I'll play mind games. And that way they won't go. Then I'll go instead and pick them up. This troll won't be doing anything because he knows he's got to survive since he's the only troll. So he's got to survive. He'll stay here and he'll stay here. He won't move. He won't go and pick him up. If he does, he'll be wiping the whole group because if he goes down, there's no other troll, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go over here. At least I know if I go down, there's another healer that's got my back over here. You know, and this is where the league fails. They don't have the mindset of this. They like, oh, someone went down. They rush. They rush. They don't think behind their mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why we can't get through high end content as a league that you know it's we struggle through it. We can get through it, but we struggle. You know.
Yeah, because that's a completely different way of thinking, and I don't know how many people think like that. So that way that mechanic works correctly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, for instance, me, CK, and Light Surfer and Red, we know how to do this. You know, this is why I have these videos. It's about time everybody else start learning this. You know, I'm not saying the league's bad or we can't. You know, we suck. That's not the issue. It's about learning. You know, learning how we think so we can teach others how to become this way. This is why I'm making these videos, guys. You know, not for you to get upset or say like I'm better than you or we're better than you or someone's better than the other
Oh
person.
no.
You know, it's not like that. All right, now I'll switch it up again, Sono. All right, so actually I want to go down to the war room. I think that no, that's the not that's the mail room. That's the mail. Follow me to the war room. Oh, actually the tunnel. I'll do tunnel positioning first before I head to the one room. All right. Say for you, I'm elite, and this is where people a lot to die, and I want to yell at sometimes. I want to yell. All right. This is the tank. Ads on both sides. Can you see, Sono, what I'm doing? All right. So there'll be ads on both sides. The tank's going. He's grabbing them, right? And this is like for UM elite tunnel things. You know, this is where we die a lot. There's so many deaths in this. There shouldn't be no deaths in a tunnel. All right. Say for UME, UM normal, we're going over here, and they got AOE's that spawn on us. Instead of going in a single file line like a lot of people do in these tunnels, you want to be you want to be okay. So like say there's a heal. I'll be right here. I'll be healing over here. My troll's gonna go in there automatically because he knows you know he'll have another troll. So there's two trolls coming through. So I'll say this is my troll. I'm right here. There's another troll. Say this tank would be the troll, and then I'd be okay. This is the troll. All right. So this is the tank right here, Sono. The tank's a tank.
Okay.
This tank's the troll. This you know, missiles is the troll. I'm right here. I'm solo healing, and of course the DPS are gonna go single file line. All right. They're not going to listen. They're just going to go straight in single file line. What I want to do is be off to the side with the troll. The first thing that's going to happen is DPS are going to die because they're going to want to get that DPS during the tunnels because they you know that's when they farm a lot of damage sometimes. So they want to farm it. So they're gonna be single file line dying. So they're gonna be all grouped up and stuff and throwing supplies and orbitals and all that stupid shit. And the tank's right here trying to tank all the ads, and they're gonna be right in front of right behind the tank, all clustered up. My safest point would be off to the side, either side. And remember, this troll's right here. So this troll's actually what this troll's doing, since the DPS are all clumped up in this little area. Since they're all clumped up in this little area, this troll's the one that's picking up. And what this troll's doing is keeping me powered and making sure I can heal. I can heal through the damage that it's picking up. If the troll loses immunity or something like that, or if the DPS are getting constant damage from the ads, I can sit here and spam. He'll be recharging me as this troll will be the pot troll. That's the way I want to do it, and that's the way you know two trolls should work together as a thing. The support roles have to look out for the group for the DPS and the tank. You know the others besides every support role besides the tank should be looking out for the tank and the DPS. The tank's gonna be pissed. The tank's gonna be so irritated that the DPS are right here, just in his way of the ads because some of them are jumping over the DPS and whatnot. You know, and that's why you have this troll over here, and then you'll be over here. That's how you should do the tunnels instead of how we went through that tunnel earlier on UMN. You just seen deaths go down. You've seen lots of deaths. There would be no deaths, besides the DPS, no support role deaths. If the support roles acted like this, and if you acted like this, you could stay up and heal the group. Now, I can't really make it really prime examples of where to stand in this because it's basically the same thing either way through on every single tunnel. And
Yeah.
there's only one way you can teach that, or one way example. So that's basically the only example I can come up with. Alright, now, here's another one. Come down here, Sono. And this is where shit really pisses off a healer. Sorry, I had to type the transit keys asking me. Alright. So, this is where hell breaks loose for a healer. Alright, this is the worst situation a solo healer can be in. There's a thing called line of sight. Alright, guys? Healing over time. There's line of sight for trolls and healers. Alright? And also tanks. DPS line of sight, but it's not as important. Alright. Say, Sono, my tank's right here. My tank's right here. The DPS are right here. And I can't get through because the DPSs are blocking my thing. Blocking my field of vision. And he's in a little corner where I can't see him. Alright?
Yeah.
Now, this is where it comes in handy. If you have an AoE healing over time, AoE burst, or a power that can work around corners, this is where this comes in handy. But what you're gonna want to do is the worst thing possible you can as a solo healer. You gotta do what you think is the stupidest in this situation. The DPS are here. Their ads are right in front of the tank. So the tank's right here. I'm facing this way. And so the ads would be facing me this way as a tank, and then the ads will also be facing this way because the DPS are DPS and they all clustered up. And the troll is over here, right? So you would think I would stand over here, but since the troll's standing here and I'm blocking the way, the tanks and the thing, the troll can give power, can jump in. He's safe because he's got a damn shield. He's got immunities and all that stuff, stuns. So he wouldn't be a problem just going in there and, flying in or, jumping over, throwing pot and recharge every once in a while. That'd be the correct way for the troll to do it. Now what I want to do is I want to jump way behind because the tanks, the ads are the ads are facing this way towards the tank. So the ads are facing me right now, and they're also facing this way towards the DPS. And then the troll's over here. I want to jump and go over here by myself. Because, to say for instance, there's no ads right here. Because the tank's already pulled them. Otherwise the DPS wouldn't be going over here. This is where you want to be around corners. This is where it sucks. So you want to be this way. There's no focal point right here. And as soon as I die, the troll will notice immediately, jump over the ads, and pick me up if I get hit on accident. This is the safest point for me. Right here. To heal. I can heal the troll over here, I can heal that DPS and the tank because now he's in line of sight. And what would be your first reaction to stand without me telling you that? Say the tank's right here in the corner, DPS are getting slaughtered right here because they're right next to the tank getting slaughtered. The troll's over here. What would be your first impression without me telling you that where to stand? Would you stand right behind the DPS?
No, because if the tank isn't getting my heals, I've got to get past them to get the heals to him.
Okay, so alright, so you do got the right thinking here. You would go over here the same as me.
Yeah. I have to. I have no choice.
Exactly. That's the only choice you have. So I'm saying a lot of healers, in groups in our league, they don't understand this. I see a lot in our league, that a lot of healers in our league who do this, you know. And this is why I'm doing this video, because I want us to be, as healers, to be, set. I want us positioning. This works for tanking too. Just work it backwards, and you'll know where to stand, how to do stuff. Work what I say backwards. To opposite, positions of me. As a tank, positioning is so important. If you learn positioning as a healer, guys, you can learn positioning as a tank, a troll, and DPS just fine. If you learn position as a troll, same thing. If you're learning positioning as a tank from the get-go and positioning as a DPS, you have fixed points where you have to stand. You only have so much places you can stand. As a troll and healer, you have many places you can stand. You have many places where you have to be. You know, that's why you can learn, from trolling and DPS and healing, where to stand as a tank, where to stand as a DPS. It's so, because you learn all that just from those two roles, guys.
Hang on 1 second, Chip. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna cut the video here, guys, and this is the second part of it. I'll get in more in depth later on. Um, Actually, might make another video tonight, guys, but this is what I want to do. Since it's 30 minutes long, I don't want to make it any longer because the upload time sucks. But yeah, so this is part 2 of chapter 1 of becoming a pro healer and positioning.